It seems that Canada's even too woke for a progressive liberal like Bill Maher. Now, there's not a lot I could say I agree with Bill Maher on, but when it comes to the state of the North, it's anything but strong and free. Maher says Canada serves as a cautionary tale when it comes to extreme wokeness and is an example of what happens when a country goes too far to the left of the political spectrum. Too far left, Bill? We're already off the page, brother. Maher fired criticisms of Canada and its insane leftist policies during his April 12th show. He opened with, "If we want to save our country, we should follow the advice good liberals have given for decades and learn from other countries, especially those beacons of progressivism like Canada, England, and Scandinavia," he said in his opening monologue. "I agree we should, as long as we're honest about the lessons we're learning and as long as we're up to date on the current data." For example, he cited that the US unemployment rate is 3.8%, while in Canada, it's 6.1%, a number that is confirmed by none other than Statistics Canada. Certainly no bastion of right-wing conservatism, leftists. Mr. Maher also cited that 14 of the 15 North American cities with the worst pollution are found in, that's right, Canada, as listed on the 2023 World Air Quality Report. But not to worry, Canadians, I'm sure the carbon tax will clear all that up right away. He went on to say, "I'm not citing these stats because I have it out for Canada. I love Canada and its people and always have. But I hate zombie lies. That's when things change, but what people say about them doesn't." He then gave examples of how Canada was once an idyllic place for liberals, but things have turned for the worse. Last year, Canada added 1.3 million people, which is a lot in 1 year, the equivalent of the US adding 11 million migrants in 1 year, Mr. Maher said. Now they're experiencing a housing crisis even worse than ours. Yes, liberals, I know this is a hard concept for you to wrap around your titanium craniums. Supply and demand. Kind of funny how that works, right? More people need more housing, which puts even more pressure on an already anemic housing stock, which, guess what, means higher costs whether you're buying or renting. I know, economics. On a side note, Bill, 11 million? Come on, brother. Your Democratic friends have likely added more than that in illegals with the open border just in the past year. Just saying. He said the median price of a home in the United States is $346,000, while in Canada, when converted to US dollars, was around $487,000. He also took aim at Canada's universal healthcare system, which he said ranks dead last among high-income countries in access to primary healthcare and the ability to see a doctor in a day or two. Yeah, but Bill, we got a new solution to deal with those long medical waiting lists. Maybe you've never heard of it, but it's called MAID, which is really a threefer. It reduces waiting lists, carbon emissions, as well as frees up housing. Talk about thinking outside the box, huh? We just put the folks in a box. The commentator also criticized Canada for its extreme wokeness. No kidding. Giving the example of Ontario transgendered teacher Kyla Lemieux, formerly known as Carrie Lemieux. No relation to Mario, I'm sure. Mr. Lemieux made headlines in 2023 after parents were outraged over photos and videos the cross-dressing teacher wearing oversized prosthetic breasts in class, which he told the New York Post were real. However, the teacher told the publication that he had not been officially diagnosed with gigantosomedia, which is a condition that causes enlarged breasts. Wow. Halton District School Board's Oakville Trafalgar High School received threats over the teacher, causing parents to call for the school board to require a stricter dress code. But guess what happened? That's right, only in Canada, the board was cautious over concerns that it could violate the Human Rights Code. Yes, how dare we violate the human rights of a delusional idiot, but instead celebrate their insanity by entrusting kids into their care. How Canadian. In September 2023, it was reported that Mr. Lemieux had left HDSB for Nora Francis Henderson Secondary School in Hamilton. Kyla is now back to being a guy named Carrie, but 2 years ago when they showed up to teach children, the progressive high school they taught at said, "We're committed to a safe environment for gender expression," Mr. Maher went on to say. Safe for who? What about the children? Not to worry, Bill. We're just grooming them to be model Canadian citizens, didn't you know? He went on to say Canada is a cautionary tale for his own country on the drift to leftism. In closing, honestly, Canada, I'm not saying any of this because I enjoy it, he said. I don't, because I've always enjoyed you, but I need to cite you as a cautionary tale to help my country. And the moral of the tale is yes, you can move too far left. And when you do, you wind up pushing the people in the middle to the right. At its worst, Canada is what American voters think happens when there's no one putting a check on extreme wokeness, Mr. Maher concluded. He also added, they say in politics, liberals are the gas pedal and conservatives are the brakes. And I'm generally with the gas pedal, but not if we're driving off a cliff. Bill, cliffs are only feared by Canadians who live in reality, my friend. Not by he, she, they, them, who identify as two-spirit binary trans geese who just fly over cliffs. Anyway, thanks for watching. I do appreciate it. Post any comments you have. You can also follow me on my Rumble and my Twitter at Camera612, and I will see you next time.